Archangels, ghosts, and Bigfoot. Oh my. It's just another night for Supernatural Girls. Real stories, real answers to life's biggest supernatural mysteries. And now for another exciting interview with paranormal experts from this world and others. Here's your host, paranormal researcher Patricia Baker, on the one, the only Supernatural Girls.
Welcome, everyone, to another exciting episode of Supernatural Girls. I'm your host, Patricia Baker. I'm here with my co-host, Miss PK from Tucson. How are you tonight?
Hot. Very hot.
Woo!
I'm tired of hot.
Roasting.
Of course, I'm going to whine like this again in January. I want to get rid of the cold. But right now, the hot, I want to get rid of it.
Yeah, I know you've had too much of it.
Oh, for sure, honey.
Yeah, we've had our share, but now guess what? It's getting cool. All of a sudden.
Show off.
Yeah, well, I don't really like it this it's cool. It's all of a sudden. No. It's very strange weather, very extreme.
There is nothing that's normal right now. I don't care whatever we think normal is, we don't have it.
No, we don't. We don't. And I'm recovering from my birthday. Thank you, everybody, for all the birthday wishes. I'm still eating a lot of cake. Everybody wanted to know. Yes, I am.
Good girl. Proud of you.
Gotta keep celebrating. It's the whole month. It's not just a day. That's how it is.
Of course. And you deserve it. Look how hard you've worked to get here.
I know it. And to stay here.
Good point. Sometimes that's a little dicey too.
It can be. So tell us what's going on with the numbers. You got a great show, but first we got to check in with you.
Well, let's face it. August is a brand new month. We've got a lot of things going, and August is a review of last year. Okay. It's a 7-month. We need to rest. We need to relax. We need to figure out who we're going to be, what we need to do. Good time to learn, to put things in a new perspective, shall we say. But we're also in a retrograde. So I'm sorry, guys, but anything, pen to paper, whatever, everything's going to get screwed up. Face to face is the best you're going to get. And pray to God that they hear what you're saying. And it's just the name of the game. And in 3 weeks' time, we'll be out of this mess and pretend life is good again.
Yes.
Whatever that means.
3 long weeks of this, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
And the worst part, like I said, it's a 7-month. So rest, relax, scan your life. Take a look at things that you want to do or how you want to deal with them. Make your choices and make your changes. If you don't make them, God might put his finger in the pie and do them for you, and you may not like his choices this time. So be good to yourself. Take a look at things that are happening. And when issues arrive from the past months, take a look at things, see what you want to keep, and get rid of what you don't want. We tend to put a lot of stuff on the table that doesn't really belong to us. We're like greedy little kids at the candy store. Oh, I want this, and this. And then when we get it, we don't know what the world to do with it.
Gosh,
so
no.
Be patient. Take it easy. Let God take over because he's going to run the show. We don't even get a chance to use the steering wheel right now.
Okay. Might as well just relax.
Definitely.
Well, we have visitors from Denmark that are listening to the show and watching the show tonight. So hello to everybody who's joining us.
Definitely.
And we've got a great guest tonight.
Yes,
We've been excited about getting this guy on the show. And I'm going to have to put my old lady reading glasses on for this one. Why do you make it so small? I remember hearing my mother say that. Oh, gosh. Well, our guest tonight, his name is Joshua Reichmann, and he is an Akashic Reader.
Mm-hmm.
Also a Pleiadian channel, a contemplative therapist, and multidisciplinary artist. Man of many talents. He is the director of the film Tenzin in 2021 is when that came out, and that addresses the struggles of Tibetans. Very interesting topic. He has practiced and taught traditional Tibetan Buddhism, holographic recapitulation, psychic integration, and healing at temples, spiritual centers, and group retreats for more than 10 years. He is now joining us very late at night from Barcelona, but he will be living back in Texas soon. And we are going to bring him on the show. And hi, Josh. Welcome.
Hey, thank you so much, Patricia, PK. Thank you. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Glad to have you for sure.
Great.
Yeah, we need some guidance here. I mean, these are crazy times. Goodness me. And so many people have been emailing that they are just feeling a little out of sorts or not quite knowing where to turn. And that's why we're so glad you're with us tonight.
Definitely.
Tell us about how you got into this whole path.
First of all, I want to say that I really love that PK addressed the retrograde. 100%. We just have to weather this thing, even this interview, everything today. I just knocked something over as I said that. And
I can do that all day.
I may be here to help assist and offer some codes and downloads and energy and suggestions and maybe metaphysics and stuff, but I'm in it too. I'm on Earth. I'm in my body. So subject to the same winds. So,
oh yes, we are nature's pinata.
Yeah. Hey, Lisa Lotte Lund. Good. So, yeah, your question was how are we going to navigate the whole thing?
What advice do you have for all of us? And tell us also a little bit more about you in terms of why you're following this path. It's obviously very heartfelt for you, something that you felt drawn to. How did you get there?
Well, we could talk about past lives, the karma, rebirths with the same kind of motivations and our role. We all have templates and roles and we carry those, and sometimes we swap and move. But I think if we carry them enough times, we come into lives and we burn off some karma, we go through struggles, we suffer enough, and then certain things get activated within us, certain latent talents or capacities that come from the burning off of all those delusions and illusions, and they're very physical, they're very cellular, right? So I guess I did enough of that. I didn't enjoy a lot of it, but early in life, I'll be really clear, early in life, in a state of abandonment as a baby, I was in a crib and I came online. I came out of the magic spell of sort of the, dispersive, strange mind babies have, where their I, thou is just sort of in a murky haze of the past life and mother body. And I clicked in and I was an I very early. And as I was an I saw orbs at the top of the ceiling above my crib. And they were, inter or pan-dimensional beings. I know them now in a new way. And I loved them and they loved me. And it was like a grandmother's love. And it was the beginning of having a relationship with interdimensional consciousness and the nature of consciousness and my life to life itself. And then I went to sleep for many, many years. I tried not to be awake to this state of reality and how it all works, but I'd been given all those codes very, very early. So I woke up in my 20s and began to unravel that and then start actually working with people in the last 15 years.
When you said a state of abandonment when you were a baby, what were you talking about?
Well, most people, everyone in some ways has trauma. That's samsara, right? Yeah. We're like, we want mother, father, love, can't get enough. Who are we? What are we? Bunking into things, hurting, alone. That's samsara, all day, every day till we're dead. You got to have love anyway, no matter what. And that's our vow to ourselves. And this is why we're doing what we're doing. But my mother, I love her, wonderful human being, wonderful person, but sent to a babysitter at like 1 year old and essentially abandoned. That's how my body, my spirit felt. Mm-hmm. And because of that massive spike of trauma, obviously it's all of your organs and all of your adrenals and all the energy body, and then all the way into the subtle fields, I spiked into an awareness, and I'm very happy about it, but it was a trauma through that.
Mm-hmm. I see. Well, thank you for sharing that. Goodness.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you are many things. You have many talents. You connect with Pleiadians. How did that start?
That's the most recent feature in all the work I've been doing. And, in the intellectual space or the cognizing mind, and in the heart space, and in the Kundalini awakening that happens when your body wakes up and lights up, because it happens at some point. And when it happens, you never stop. I'm lit up now forever. And I feel things like a normal person, and I get angry and I get frustrated and jealous. But they are almost like behind a screen. Above that is a circulating energy of my heart that never ends. That's a Kundalini awakening. It never goes away. I don't need to sleep much. Most lately, though, because many things happen when that happens. You've expanded consciousness, you've expanded your body, and you can sense more. And in the sensing more, it's just a synesthesia of your senses, more sensing. Everyone knows this, when you're in a heightened state. Everyone knows the hair on the back of your head, or intuitive states. Sometimes they are there for a while, then they're gone, they come back, they're new, you have new insights, relationship and nature to God, blah, blah. It's always happening, right, for all of us. And as we expand like that, new features come in. And one of them, I was in the shower about 6 years ago, and I put my hand on my upper heart, and I felt a presence and a color of light blue, like azure, like this blue, green, beautiful, joyous feeling. And I knew it was those they call themselves, as we call the Pleiadians. And I rose up intentionally, from upper heart to upper throat, and my head. I sort of rose up my consciousness. That was the feeling. And as I did so, I entered sort of this bright light network chamber, sort of in space, best way I could talk about it. And it was filled with them. They're both independent beings, and they're also connected to one another. And they're like a joyful chorus that come forth with very warm, grandmotherly, childish, cute, beautiful love. And I began speaking with them.
So that was the start of it all.
Yeah, of that piece, yeah.
That's
Wonderful.
amazing.
My goodness.
Yeah, you sound very blessed that you've had these experiences. I mean, a lot of people don't ever get to this Kundalini experience. What's blocking us from this?
Good question.
Yeah. There's always a central shadow story, a main one. If each of us, everyone in the audience, anyone ever listening in the future, were to be completely dispassionately, fearlessly, warrior-like honest about what the core one is, what's the one word? Now you said it. That's it. But to go into it for real. So it's some kind of sexual trauma, it's some kind of abandonment, it's some kind of discord in the psyche, a brokenness. And we create masks and constant armoring to create an ego around that. And what it does is it keeps our energy body down. The way to have a Kundalini awakening, to expand your consciousness, to have magical powers, everyone wants to have that. Everyone watches the movies with their kids.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Is to face into the darkest spaces of energetic karma that is dormant in our bodies. And by looking at it, you're going to die. Your ego's going to die. And if it dies enough time and you fearlessly go in deep enough, I'm a warrior for multiple lives, multiple lives. And I did it this life. I am full on. And I did. And doesn't mean, I mean, I've been a jerk. I've been fearful. I've been many things. This is not like a trip. I'm not on a trip. I'm just saying I know what I am. I'm not a carpenter, like I don't know how to do lots of stuff, but I did this. And by doing that, consciousness lights it up in the body, the way when you feel good feelings like bliss, joy, because you came to the truth. That's when we feel bliss, joy. We feel connected to reality. Then that happens, it cycles and it self-cycles and it never stops, because basically you're like a hall of mirrors for yourself, looking at goodness, not being blocked by the very obstacle that stops joy, bliss.
Okay. Well, it's so important. I know you said off the air when we were talking that you're seeing a lot more people have these types of experiences in these times. Yeah. So this is great. Now, when you do readings for people, you said the Akashic Record reading is the primary focus of your practice. Are you able to then perceive what's blocking people from their past that they may have carried forward?
The things that will come through are like a poem, and because spirit is gentle, it's direct, but somehow it's perfectly gentle. So everything that is said will point the person to face the truth through like a poem. I don't know how better to say that. It's like The Akashic records are imprints. So they're the imprints of, let's say someone has a life. They see, feel, touch, smell, taste, and they think about things, right? So when that happens, that gets baked into this noosphere, this morphogenic field, all these words, but it's basically just plasma, light, and vibration, and it's never going anywhere. Now, what I do is I feel the person, and what comes through is, and this is what's perfect about the Akashic record, you could say it's from God, is it's like an angelic offering where it goes, here's what they need. It's exactly what they need, and it's in a list. So the first thing is what they need to hear first, and then on.
That is fantastic.
If I were to say to you as we speak, what is it that you feel that I need to know?
That there's a family that loves you.
Amazing.
That kind of fits.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, kids, children all around you. So
you got that right. Can I send some to you?
I have my little girl. I have kids.
Okay, just be that way.
Money, that was it, huh? Well, we have to pursue this reading. I just want to get back to a comment that somebody shared with us, that we get cluttered, they called it. I would call it distracted. She says, I think we get cluttered with TV, radio, influencers, work to pay bills rather than concentrating on spiritual self-growth. Yeah, that's part of the problem, right? It's easy for our attention to be taken outside rather than inside.
All of us. We're under constant barrage. All of us, yeah.
That is for sure.
Yes. Well, would you be able to go have a reading now for PK? Because it sounds like you guys are off to a rip-roaring start with tremendous accuracy. So
I'll give you the kids.
Yeah, group of kids, adore, love, wish to be around you. You mean way more than you mean that much to them, but you can't imagine the central pillar you are for more people than you imagine. So if there's ever a deficit in your mind of, I haven't reached or done enough or spread my love, or I'm not seen quite enough or acknowledged, the truth is it's the exact opposite. So the abundance of love that's actually present around you is so much that if you were someone else looking in, you'd be like, wow, she has what people wish to be surrounded by. It's not even just your local family. It's an extended family. It's people that can't tell you how much they love you. It's people who don't know you and see you in a role that supplies them with faith and energy and et cetera, and a lot of confidence. And they love your humanity and your self-doubt and self-deprecation and your vulnerability. And actually, that's your specific energetic sort of like historic life-to-life role, is you create humor in the village by opening your arms around the fireplace and telling a story that's actually very true, where you're a part of the story. You're not outside of the story. So as a storyteller, you were given that many, many lives ago by so many grandmother lineages that it's completely normal for you. And the only obstacle to stepping into any of that is this sense of the masculine having robbed something from you. So there's some kind of masculine that you've been trying to appease, and this is very much normal for this whole era, right? The feminine just feels like they have to keep serving the masculine, and they get very angry, and then we're off to the races. There's a lot of issues that go on forever. But this masculine is, they're just hungry for the same love too. So actually, by you coming back into yourself, you give them what they need, which might even be letting them float off on their own a little bit. That masculine needs to actually find his own feet. So but he's surrounded by the same village. He's okay. There's no big deal. You know what I mean? So you're not letting anyone down. You're not letting down dad. You're not letting down partner. You've never let them down. They've always, the men need the women and all this, and you've given them everything possible. They've already got everything they can get. So they need to stand on their own, and they're taken care of. They're safe. Don't worry about them.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds very good. Thank you.
That's great. I love your style of reading too, because it's so conversational, and it's like, it is so direct. I mean, the message is very clear, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's true. I think it's right on. What do you think?
Oh, I thoroughly agree.
Yeah.
It's not, you're not being lectured, you're being led into what's going on around you. So you feel a participant of it instead of on the outside going, maybe.
Yeah.
The way you put it, you agree with it. Great.
Yeah, that's terrific. Very, very nice. Very true. That's helpful, isn't it, PK?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Now I'll quit being so mad at my grandkids, particularly the boys.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Oh, goodness. Now, when you're doing Akashic readings for your clients that approach you, and they come in, I'm sure, with specific issues they want to deal with, etc. Goodbye, Lisa Loti. That's nice that you joined us.
Sweet.
She must be a friend of yours. Anyways, it's they come in with a certain issue, and you start out with the Akashic reading, and then do you ever go into a Pleiadian channeling for people, or is that something completely different?
That's very rarely, actually. Not everyone has karma or a embodied link to Pleiadians. A lot of people like the idea of that, but it's not actually that common. We all have a sort of genetic templated cousin-like link to them because they're an interdimensional and yet still embodied species. So they're sort of like a higher dimensional but still embodied version of us. You know what I mean? So they're very, very deeply related. But in terms of having blueprints where we can have psychic connections to them, it's weird to do a reading for people or a connection to people because a Pleiadian channel is very direct and very personal. It's in the upper heart. So, so it's, if they have that and they're saying to me, I'm having that, then really all I would ever say is, great. Like, now you have that, so there is a general Pleiadian, like I can do this and I can speak from my heart what I wish to know, and they will answer. And I guess that's a reading, but they wouldn't be saying, well, Doug needs to know this. They would just be answering me because they would only be seeing me. They'd only be feeling me. They're very close. I don't know how better to say it.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
And I want to announce your book too while we are talking. Yes. Josh has a great new book out, everybody. It's called The Realized Light of the 12 Dimensions, Cosmic Rebirthing, there it is, and Our Celestial Destiny. And this is, again, I think, a very helpful manual for everybody.
Oh, definitely.
Very comprehensive book, very well done. So of course I have to have a reading now. So
otherwise she gets jealous and I just can't deal with her after the show.
Are you asking me for
turn red very easy.
I am asking you, please.
Oh yeah.
Take a breath, Josh. It's okay.
Oh. Well, when we first came on, it was pretty immediate. You have a relationship to wind. You have a relationship to the idea of wind swept. When things are wind swept, they're romantic. They're beautiful, and they're interested in being seen and the sensual being seen. So in some ways, there's this very sexual, very warm, very connective, very feline energy that has run through your life. And it has to do with dignity and just, your own self-worth, actually. Of course, that's not always honored and everything like that. So that's normal. And that's just the nature of dynamics with human beings. But you've managed to remain dignified and upright, even in the face of very messy men and very messy scenarios and it's not right. There's an injustice that's happened multiple times. And that injustice is like a type of Like, what in me is attracting this dynamic that seems like I will be seen and windswept and swept away, and they will sweep too, because they're sweeping too. You're sweeping into two vortexes like this, but they are a mess. And the problem is you're not actually a mess. So you're not a mess, and you're not. And so when you get into the mess, you think I'm a mess, but you're never a mess, and you never were a mess.
No.
Oh, I like that.
So true.
It is true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. And it's so funny you said that, because lately when I do meditation, I see myself with the wind. I do. And I do have a big relationship with the wind. That is absolutely the truth. But just lately, I've been seeing that energy, and just standing somewhere on a rock, on a beach, whatever. Yeah. And that wind is there. So you really picked up on something that I haven't talked to anybody about it. I haven't talked to you, PK, about it. So yeah, but there it is. So you got it. Okay. Wind is very powerful. So that's interesting. But I am not a mess. That is the lesson.
I don't know.
And you tell your husband afterwards, you're not a mess.
You're the mess.
I hope he doesn't watch it and say, wait a minute, but
we're going to do an instant replay afterwards.
All of them a mess. So, like, I'm in the same boat, all right?
Oh, don't take my fun away.
Okay.
No, this is really amazing. I mean, you're so accurate, and it's so natural for you. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's no stress or strain with this. It just comes right out. You pick up on it right away.
That's what I've noticed. It just flows so easily.
Yes. Gosh, that's amazing. Love it. Love it.
Thank you. I'm glad it feels that way. That's good.
Yes, it feels well. Yes. So now let's ask. So when somebody calls you for a reading or contacts you via your website, you said is the best way, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There it is, JoshuaReichmann.com. So do you have like a calendar there where they can just automatically schedule? And how much do you charge for your readings?
Well, it's about, I think it's $222 for a reading. It's very weird because that's for the time. I don't charge for psychic, energetic transference, spiritual work. I just see it as that's my time. It's going to be time. It's going to be work, but in the sense that I'm very present for you. Like I'm extremely present for the people, but that's not what I charge for. I could do that for someone on the street. I'm saying that I am setting aside time.
Right.
And that time will be about an hour and a half. The reading itself can be very quick, and then, like I said before, sometimes people really want to get some insight, and my insight is as good as anyone else's in some ways. The reading I just did right now, quickly, when I do a reading, I'll do it the day before, and it'll be a lot of information. It's a lot of information, and then we can take a bit of it apart, but they're going to want to do that again with me later or just on their own.
I see. That's wonderful.
Definitely.
Well, everybody, if you would like to schedule your own reading, you can go to JoshuaReichmann.com. And we love the 222. That's a good price. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a very good price. So now you said something else about transmissions. What else do you offer along with the readings like you just gave to PK and myself? You said something else.
Well, I mean, in the bio, there's probably a bunch of stuff, but some people are going through these Kundalini awakenings, like you mentioned. They are waking up. They're often they can go into psychosis. They can go to deep grief. They don't know why, or they have some idea why, but they don't know how many lives are being grieved at that moment.
Oh,
yeah. So that's part of it. Some people it could take 7 years. I have a friend who I talk to daily, and he thought his would be over in 2 years, and he writhes around and moves energy all day. It's an extremely excruciating process that, material science has nothing to say about. He's done EKG studies and all that stuff. He's having a Kundalini awakening. It can take 3 months. It could take 3 weeks. It could take 3 years. It could take more. So I help people in that process integrate their experience, and I actually help them hold energy because they have to learn that they're holding more energy now. They're holding a lot more energy.
Okay. Because we've heard about, some of our guests have talked about having a Kundalini awakening and then their blood starts to actually feel like it's on fire, which I
Yes.
can imagine is quite comfortable. So you can help people to come through that part of the experience if they happen to get into that aspect of it.
Yeah, if people need assistance in that process, I can become an ally or a coach in that for sure.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because I think that's important. Because you were mentioning too, people can go into psychosis with this. How does that happen? Because that Kundalini energy is so powerful. It's like lightning, isn't it? Once it starts going.
Yeah, we're hearing voices. I hear voices now, and if you told that to someone who didn't understand, that we become like these grand multifaceted radio receivers and transmitters, they would think you're schizoaffective or something like that. And for someone for whom it's very violent, if they have no experience, let's say with meditation, with altered states of consciousness, if they don't even have experience with extreme states of just like even like a car crash or something extreme, like they don't have any experience, then this is going to feel like their psyche's being fractured because they have no reference and they can't ground in their witness, the witness mind. Forget about all the voices you thought you had that were you. They're going to lose contact with they're going to never have touched their witness mind. So yes, it feels like burning. It feels like a million things. It feels like things are moving through us and like a snake, it's your DNA uncoiling, double helix. You're speeding up your evolution.
Right. Yeah. So that's important for people to know that they have somebody to contact if they have an experience like that, and they
definitely
get stuck in one part or another.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Yeah, that's so important, I think. Go ahead, BK.
I think so many people do feel alone. And then when they feel alone, they become scared. Consequently, they can't get to the doorway to get help. And that's what you're offering others to take a look at, to work with them, to get them through it.
Right.
We all need each other, Kundalini awakening or not, because the planet is having a Kundalini awakening. And because the planet we are like little antenna, little cilia, and we are like little receivers on the outside of the planet, taking in this cosmic energy and information and data, and the planet is sending out through us, and we're like, we don't even know our role anymore. We're supposed to be organizing around the planet, literally organizing properly. Look at our organization. It's crazy. So every individual, we all need each other right now, not through any political system, but by the thing we're doing right now, by communicating genuinely, and this is what's helpful.
Yeah. But once the Kundalini is awakened and you feel that electrical surge, do you continue to feel that surge, or does that continue to come and go?
So for me, I think it's a little different on everybody, but for me, it was about 3 weeks of just extreme floating on air, super psychic sense, Akashic records flooding in constantly, connection to everything. Didn't sleep, and just it's hard to explain. The body changes, the sense of what a feeling is changes, and the speed, electricity changes. And then it kind of quieted down. The heart keeps spinning though in a new way. When your heart is so full of love, like from a hug, like a heart meld, you have like a bonding meld with a child, your child or someone you love. That's a feeling I have almost always.
Wow.
Just used to it. Now, like I said before, though, I still get grumpy, like 100%. I have all the mood range, but my heart is activated. And people say my heart's activated, that they might think what they're saying actually is that they have empathy, which is an emotion in your solar plexus. The heart opening is different. It's a cosmic heart portal opening to everything. So an electric charge might be a huge piece of new data that's come to the earth for me. And it might be like something big is on its way. Something massive civilizationally is coming. So I'll start doing stuff for a few days, and I can do it right now. I'm feeling it right now. So that's like how to do that. But when you keep having this for enough years, it's been years for me. It's not 6 months, it's years.
Right.
You have to move your body. It's like martial arts. You have to learn to move. It's very physical. You have to learn to move, sound, and you have to be very careful about what you're consuming, even what kind of media. You have to be very thoughtful as that's happening. It happens. Big events are coming, right? Big events on Earth. It'll get like this, like that.
Now, I just I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, do you become very intuitive to what is transpiring in the universe around you as well?
Yeah, in terms of the world, like worldly issues.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a big part of it. Like, 10-year, 25-year, 50-year, 1,000-year cycle of what some of those visions look like. But there's many timelines. So I'm not I'm not a doomsday person.
No.
I'm not a 5D, we're all going to heaven tomorrow person. I know.
Doggone it. I'm going to unpack then.
So yeah, I do. I get those impressions. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wondered about, because sometimes there's that feeling, but you can't put a tag on it. You can't put a name to it, but it makes you feel like you're not balanced. And that's what I was wondering, if you get that type of interpretation to certain things that are transpiring.
I mean, I personally take a lot of heat physically for when things are going to happen. I'll be hit and attacked for nights and just off.
Okay.
Big time.
Yeah.
For sure.
I have a question from somebody who says they would love to have a Kundalini experience. They don't know why it hasn't happened yet, but can you help them if they contact you to do a session? You could help them to break through whatever barriers preventing that from happening?
The answer, of course, is I love helping people, and yes, and they should contact me, and I'd be happy to do an intake and have a session, and let's go, because I'm going to say yes to anyone who requests. What I would add, of course, and if they're listening, this is all I would add, is what is it we're trying to gain from that? The responsibility, once we're mutated, essentially, is very strange. It's not, there's bliss and joy essentially unendingly, but it's almost like with that, and this was a great question PK had a moment ago, is it's because there's so much more feeling. It's not the opposite of feeling. It's more feeling. If you don't like feeling now, don't ask for more feeling.
All right.
Okay.
Right, you want to amp that up unless you know what you're doing.
That's right. Payback's your hell.
Yeah.
Yes. And I believe that everyone's actually up for it. I think we need more feeling, not less, because it's not wild feeling where we don't know what's happening. It's actually very focused feeling. There's a real sense of knowing what the feeling is. Yeah. And
not weaponizing your feelings, because people think when they have their feelings, they can just weaponize them and like shoot everybody with them. That's not how it works. So, yeah.
Got that one right.
So I wanted to ask you also, Josh, would you do a reading for our producer, Chanel?
Yes.
She's one of our favorite people in the world, and she is a great lady. So
yes, she is.
With us.
Well, hi. Thanks for inviting me on.
Chanel, can we see you, or is that possible or no?
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I'm just trying to turn off some of these fans here so that it's not so loud.
There she is, that cutie.
Chanel, thank you so much. So Chanel, I'm sorry, I don't do just puppy dog flower readings. You made a request. Here we go. Blessings, love, you're protected and fine. There's drugs, alcohol, and some kind of toxins around you in family members or an environment, and you've done really well in protecting yourself, and that's amazing. And you are the hero, stable, capable one, and congratulations. And if you ever have doubt on that, don't doubt it. That's your template, and with or without their influence, you're already doing that, hence your ability to create stability. Look what you're doing right now. You create places where others are heard and you're at the helm of the ship. Beautiful. But the sacrifice in doing that is that underneath there's some anger, and that anger has got to be worked with eventually, because the anger came up in my body right away and it made me start burping and making noise because it comes from my body. That's how it works. And so what I would say is before it burns you up, hurts you, or makes you hurt someone else by accident, or isolate and start taking on their imprints of, oh, I better just use stuff, people, places, or things, or substances. Don't let it get there, because that's not who you were. It never will be who you are, including don't pull in boys or girls or whatever masculine, feminine beings you're interested in who replicate that template that you learned that you had to basically become the hero central pillar in, because you're the hero central pillar to, and this is tough, but look, you're going to heal them all, but you don't have to do so much.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you. And thank you for recognizing that. I really appreciate you saying that. And that's definitely something that I'm going to take into heart and remind myself of, because you're spot on with that. So thank you.
Cool. Thanks, Janelle. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And thank you, ladies, for getting me on.
Yes, our pleasure.
Definitely our pleasure.
This is like, what do they call it? Speed dating.
Yeah, I can do it all night. If you want to do a show, maybe early next time. But if you want,
that's a thought.
It's like speed healing, because Josh, you're so. I gotta say, I'm just so impressed, because you go right into it. I mean, there's no fluff. It's just, here's how it is, and it's great. I mean, that was amazing, because we both know Chanel, and she's
a sweetheart.
You got it. So, but how nice for everybody who comes to work with you. They are blessed. So everybody doing a reading, scheduling with Josh, you will be very blessed to get.
Definitely.
I'm blessed. I mean, it's a blessing for me. I have no direction or purpose without this work, besides maybe parenting my children. If I don't do this work, I'm being really honest, because I think psychics don't talk about it enough. I call myself a psychic, sorry, but what happens is we will self-destruct, or we will cause problems, because we're not put to work. So when we're put to work, great, but when we're not, it's crazy.
Yeah, no, this is amazing. And I have another question. There's been a lot of talk about Kundalini actually healing the body. So with so many people who are sick today with autoimmune conditions, or name it, they got it kind of thing. So have you seen that, where Kundalini an experience can actually heal the person from what they've been suffering with?
Well, I'm 47 years old, and I'm in extreme good health. I have genetic things that have been an issue. I still have autoimmune things that rear up, but what happens is there's just more bioelectric abundance. So if I am focused, then my cells, the mitochondrial, heal quicker. The inflammation will go away. It's also because you end up moving more quickly. You're expending more energy, and you're also calling in more of your own self-propelling energy. So it can do that. And yes, the cells that become have detritus, and they're entropic, eating themselves, before healing, start to be happy cells. And those cells are not happy before, because there's pain tightening the fibers in the body. The pain comes from something unrecognized. It's asking to be recognized. So it helps.
So it sounds like you also have a bit of a handle on autoimmune conditions, which are rampant.
I have a huge autoimmune stuff that I should be dead, that kind of thing.
Wow.
Yeah. And other people I know with this, it's the same. And there's other ways, people who heal themselves with peyote and stuff like that. Like there's these special ways that things like that happen. So I don't know. What
do you think is the main cause of so much autoimmune? Because it is exponentially increasing. So what do you think is doing that? What kind of disconnect or conflict are we all experiencing that's producing this?
Parasitic interdimensional organisms that eat our emotions.
Okay. All right.
Or microplastics? No, but it's not just. It's not microplastics. Microplastics are bad. But it's on the astral we are susceptible due to certain emotional states that our culture is in.
Interesting, because, well, I'm sure you're familiar with the Carlos Castaneda series.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He did talk about that there was one in particular parasite that was attacking us all the time. And certainly we've been hearing a lot about parasites, physical parasites, but there's also these other ones that look for our upset emotions and feed off of that.
Exactly.
Mhm.
That's a part of it too, right? Because then we get into the hamster wheel of feeling miserable, and then these other entities are benefiting from it.
And I clear people. That's part of what I do.
Oh, good.
I clear
That
myself.
says a lot.
I clear myself all day. I mean, but just look at the environments we're in. And that's people sometimes come, like my partner who I'm with now, she came to me to ghost bust. I don't do that. Ghosts just need a little love. But this was what she really meant, was to do that, to clear, openings. Essentially, if you saw it, if you could see it, you would see sort of like an opening where your life force, your pranic life force, your chi, is literally seeping out. And people have different patches on their body or on their auric body, as you know, like around their body, that have dents in them. And as Castaneda said, right, if you use psychedelics, you'll dent that, because you're actually expanding your mind too quickly. And now I'm not saying don't use psychedelics and all that. I'm just saying everything has a cost. And it's like, if you watch TV and get agitated watching violence from the age of 4 to 27, the way our generations did, our energy bodies are just perforating at all moments, just spewing out all this intense low-level trauma, spikes. So that's that's food for everything that I register and see them. They're very small, like billions of small little things, and that's at the least threatening level. And as you move up from there, you have more scary stuff.
Yeah, so those things are definitely real. And lately, a lot of people have been talking about doing parasite cleanses physically to get rid of the other stuff. And it seems to be, very connected to MS, they found, and causing MS and other autoimmune conditions. So
scary.
And cancer, too. Yeah.
I don't only need to talk about the pan-dimensional. If you want to talk Kundalini, about spiritual evolution, about the body, then forgetting about interdimensional or subtle dimensions or subtle energy. As you said, basic parasites that we're finally understanding disrupt the gut biome, and as you know, and cause, like in Crohn's, for instance, what you have is something like a tuberculosis type of ancient bacteria that has found its way into open tissue, and then it scars over, then it creates another ulcerative thing, and then the immune system attacks it. And as it attacks it, it can never get to it. So it flushes it constantly with mucus, and then that gets flushed more. And then you have inflammation, and then the inflammation causes a feedback loop, all because this little bacteria got in there. And so how to get it out? Fed hydrocolonics. We don't have to do it today, but basically what I'm saying is we don't know, and then we feed people these things that it's like, oh, you have an overactive immune system, so you have to take steroids. And then, so totally wrong. And so getting to those bacteria, getting to cleanse, getting to heal on the energetic level, the physiological level is paramount. It's so important.
It's funny that you use the example of tuberculosis, because scleroderma, nobody knows supposedly the cause of it. But one of my friends always said scleroderma is caused by tuberculosis. Yeah. It is a tuberculosis of the skin, but yet not one researcher is following that path at all. And here you just described how it works, and the scarring over, which is a scleroderma, where the skin scars, the organ scar. And this is something she said for many years before she finally passed away from scleroderma. But there's so many other ways to look at all of this disease model stuff. And it sounds like you have a lot of great information on that as well to help people.
Definitely.
Far too many people suffering with these chronic illnesses, and it does take an expanded perception, I think, to really break through it before it breaks you. So good for you, because you've had your own issue with that. You said you have your own autoimmune issue.
Yeah, I think I said before we got on here that I'm not. I didn't come in with these things initially gracefully. I have, and many people out there listening, every one of us has had a struggle in samsara in your life. There's no doubt about it. People say, "Oh, I've had a good life. I'm happy. I'm joyful." Yes, definitely. I laugh all day. I have fun.
Me too.
I'm a happy person. It's great. But the honest truth is the struggle. And so that by facing it, and many of the people out there have faced it, this is evolution. And that's what happened for me. That's it.
That's fantastic. Just fantastic. Well, I'll tell you what, we've got to have you back.
Oh, sure. Definitely.
This time we'll advertise for people to call in and get to meet you personally and have a wonderful sphere of destiny touch them with your insight. And I'm going to show the book one more time, Chanel, if you would. It is called The Realized Light of the 12 Dimensions, Cosmic Rebirthing and Our Celestial Destiny. And you can meet Josh, which we really urge you to do, at his website, joshuareichmann.com. And you also have an Instagram account, you said, right? There it is. Instagram, Reichmann.com. The book is fantastic. So whatever help you guys may need, I'm going to give Josh our stamp of big approval. What do you think?
Oh, definitely. Not a doubt.
Yes. Now, you're going to be in Barcelona a while longer, but people will be able to reach you while you're there?
Yeah, they can reach me if I'm taking sessions usually in my late afternoon. So Eastern time, it's your sort of 11 a.m. I've been doing those daily. I do about a few people a day. I work with a few people a day, not more, because I can't really give the full attention I need to. And then I'll be back in Texas after that. Okay.
So people can catch up with you one way or another through the internet. That is terrific, just terrific. And oh my gosh, what a wonderful evening this has been with you, Josh. Thank you for
definitely
up so late to talk to us.
Yeah, I had fun. I had a great time. Thank you so much to both of you. I really appreciate you.
Well, we appreciate you being up and talking to us about all the wonderful things that you do. And the perspective you offer is so refreshing, I have to say. I feel like I just took a nice swim in the ocean with everybody, and it was just so cleansing. You know, this is a cleansing experience, don't you think?
It's the Barcelona energy just flowing.
No, it's the Josh energy.
All right.
You're very concerned about what's just and fair in this lifetime.
True.
You couldn't stop that even if you tried.
Okay.
You can't stop her either. She's a numerologist, so
I can tell. She's seeing it all.
It's excellent. Well, thank you again, and we'll be back in touch to schedule with you when you're back in Texas, so you won't have to stay up so late at night. And it'll be another wonderful evening. We may have to extend the show too, because this just was not long enough.
Went very quickly.
Things you wrote about in your book we haven't even got to, so that's just one more reason for all of you to buy the book so you can read them yourself. So do it that way. Is this an audiobook yet?
It's coming soon. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Good. All righty. Well, again, many thanks to you, Josh. And next week, everybody, we are going to be back with two Bigfoot guys. And they are Bigfoot guys from my neck of the woods, Berkshire, Massachusetts, sightings, stories to share. So we'll be having them on. And until then, everybody, we will see you on the Blue Highway. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.